number 30, Joshua Rodriguez. With Joshua on the field tonight is his mom, Osmali Poveda, his dad, Joel Rodriguez, and his uncle, Samuel Valle.
What'd you say? You was talking to me?
Let's hear it one more time. Joshua Rodriguez. Up next is Middle School Reed, the whole city of number 60. Let's get some ready for the
Which way y'all? Where you running to? Straight this way?
Fuck them, bro. Fuck these kids. Fuck the house. We're going that way. We're going that way. We're going that way. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up, y'all boys.
Sportsmanship. That's the word. We briefly started sportsmanship. We were talking about these student athletes showing their dedication and hard work. And we also mentioned their sportsmanship. Right. Sportsmanship, very important aspect of athletics. Sportsmanship is having my students, having pride in your team, but more importantly, having pride in yourself. Sportsmanship is offering respect for the game. And those who play. Miami-Dade County Schools remind everyone to take on the responsibility of showing good sportsmanship here tonight. And to also know the lessons of best learning when sportsmanship are reported to everyone as playing football is an extension of the classroom. Simply put, play strong, play hard, but most importantly, play fair. And with that, once again, evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the city of Miami's first park. We welcome you out for tonight's high school football game. This is the game of the PMC Championship Series 2024-2025 edition. This is a familiar matchup. Matter of fact, this is a second matchup. Some people like to call it a rematch. We'll just call it a second matchup between two amazing teams. Tonight's matchup, we have the Hurricane Cavaliers. They will be taking on the Miami Senior High Stingarees. The JTC Guards from the Miami Senior High School, they will be presenting the colors out on the field tonight. We're going to ask the guards at the time the team takes place. Playing our national anthem tonight will be the well-renowned band from the Miami High School. We'd like to ask everyone at this time who's willing and able to please rise. And gentlemen, please remove.
so I can go get another of the players with their hands up when they pass.
Thank you to our APC color guard and the Stingeries Martinez. The captains are getting ready to meet with the officials at midfield.
Appreciate you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network. I will be your play-by-play commentator this Friday evening, Jamie Nunez. It is a pleasure. Thank you for joining us here at Curtis Park. We have the Miami Senior High Stingeries going up against the Coral Gables Cavaliers. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. We're getting started in just a few moments. We have the captains in the middle of the field doing the coin toss.
We'd like to wish Coach Welsh and his Cavaliers good luck tonight.
Good luck to both of these teams, as it is a rematch where the Stingeries did come out on top in that one, and that was here at Curtis Park as well.
Number 3, Jermaine Berry. Number 11.
I spoke to head coach of the Stingeries, Dorian James, and he did let me know that Jermaine Berry did make a change not only on his uniform, but also on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Jermaine Berry is now one of the new defensive backs of the Miami Stingeries, and he is also a wide receiver. So look for him to be a force on both ends of the field this evening. Certainly want to be on the lookout for wide receiver Xavier Flanders as well for the Miami Stingeries. Quarterback Marcus Smith. The sophomore, head coach Dorian James of the Stingeries did let me know that both quarterbacks should see some time today. Both Marcus and Ryan are going to be getting some playing time this evening. Going to be interesting to see how head coach Dorian James implements them. I wonder if we'll see them both at the same time on the same field, or whether they'll take turns. Let's see how head coach Dorian James does that. And the Stingeries are on the field. It is senior night for them, homecoming. They had a parade earlier. Lots of fun that was. That looked like a ton of fun. This game is getting ready to kick off. And while I was with head coach Dorian James of the Miami Stingeries, he did let me know that offensively the team wants to focus on what they do best, and that's run the ball. Trying to set up the pass game while they do it. And defensively, James did say that they had to take a look at the secondary. That's why I mentioned Jermaine Berry, number 3 now, formerly number 80. He's going back to number 3, and he's going to be in the secondary over there with the DBs, as well as the receiver core for the Stingeries. So look for Jermaine Berry there. Head coach Dorian James did say that there's not a position that he's not familiar with, and he had a great week of practice this week. So that's going to be something to look forward to. As for the Coral Gables Cavaliers, I did speak with head coach Frank Welsh prior to the game as well. he let me know that we should definitely be on the lookout for number 2, Zion Cherry, number 25, Lazaro Mora, number 8, quarterback DeAndre PK, number 6, LeBron Gonzalez, and number 75, offensive lineman and defensive lineman, Andy Sosa. Welsh did say that he does hope that these student athletes on the field understand his philosophy, and that his philosophy is to take care of business the first time around so you don't got to handle it the second time around. So let's see if the Cavaliers can bounce back and win the rematch over the Stingarees this Friday evening. Thank you again for joining us. If you're just tuning in, we're getting ready for kickoff here. It is the Miami Senior High Stingarees and the Coral Gables Cavaliers. And the kick is off. The Coral Gables Cavaliers, are receiving. Have the ball on the 30, at the 20-yard line, about the 25-yard line. Give or take maybe 26. And that's where the Cavaliers will start off the game. Zion Cherry was a force last time at this very field here at Curtis Park. He had an effect as a linebacker and as an offensive threat for the Cavaliers. I certainly am looking to keep an eye on him. Number 2 for the Cavaliers, Zion Cherry. Head coach Frank Welsh did say to look out for Lazaro Mora as well, the junior running back. It is 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Quick screen to the left, and a nice tackle there by the Stingarees. 2nd down. Only a gain of 1 right there for the Cavaliers. Got things going right there to start the game with a screen. Going to be interesting to see how they start implementing the run game, not only in this first possession, but throughout the remainder of the game. And if you are just joining us here on HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network, thank you for spending your Friday night with us. I'm Jamie Nunez. This is the Miami High Stingarees versus the Coral Gables Cavaliers. It's a 2nd down. We have 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Running back right next to the quarterback. And he hands it off. Missed tackles. And he's still up for a gain maybe about 2 or 3 yards, but those were a very nicely done, well-earned, hard effort. 2-3 yards right there for the Cavaliers. And as you can see, the cheerleaders are trying to cheer their team on, give some team spirit tonight for the Cavaliers. It is now 3rd down for the Coral Gables Cavaliers. Let's see if they can get busy and start moving the chains for a 1st down and make their way to the midfield. Same formation as last play. 3 receivers to the right, shotgun formation, and 1 receiver to the left. Running back in the backfield as well. DeAndre PK is a quarterback for the Coral Gables Cavaliers. He's dropping back. Another screen pass to the running back, and he's got space. He's got a 1st down and a little bit more. Stiff arm. Very nice up until the past the 50-yard line. Very, very nice play design right there. We got a little bit of extracurricular activities there after the play between a Stingaree and a Cavalier. Very nice gain right there. That was a beautiful, beautiful screenplay and a design there by Frank Welsh. As we can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, shotgun formation. Looks like they're going to pass the ball for sure, but sure enough, they go ahead and they dump it off to the running back right here. I believe that is Lazaro Mora, the running back, who did make that reception and that big run, big 1st down and then some for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers 1st down, they're at the midfield, and they hand the ball off again, and they get about 7 yards or so, almost a 1st down. Great way to start the game right now if you are the Cavaliers. That is number 25, Lazaro Mora. That is exactly what head coach Frank Welsh of the Coral Gables Cavaliers told me to look out for, and unfortunately we do have an injured Miami High Stingaree on the field. He does look like he is in pain. We hope he's okay. But man, oh man, What a start by the Cavaliers. 0-0 throughout the first quarter. We do have 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in the quarter. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned as we continue this ball game.
This is not just delivery. This is knowing even superheroes can use a sidekick. Walgreens.
No charger?
It's a Mac. The battery lasts all day. See you next week.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Nunez here, your play-by-play commentator for tonight's game. Miami High Stingarees and the Coral Gables Cavaliers. Shotgun formation, second down. Oh, we have too many men in motion. Oh, we have a timeout, actually, for the Miami High Stingarees. So we just came back from break, and the Miami High Stingarees went ahead and called another timeout, because they did have an injury on the field, so it was an official injury timeout in the game. Thank you for joining us. And as I did mention, I did speak with both coaches prior to kickoff, and this is a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. So there is a lot at line as far as bragging rights are concerned and as far as reputation is concerned. And both of these programs certainly want to win tonight. But I'll tell you right now that the Cavaliers certainly wanted just a bit more, simply off the fact that they did lose last time at this very stadium at Curtis Park. DeAndre PK is the quarterback here for the Cavaliers. They've been in shotgun formation each play so far this drive. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield. Man in motion, number 7 for the Cavaliers. That's George Fernandez. And we have a helmet loose on the middle of the field. And that's exactly who the ball went to, was the man in motion, Jorge Fernandez. The senior wide receiver, number 7 for the Cavaliers. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in, that this offense is not coming off the field. They're going to be going for it here on 4th down and 2. Let's see who they go to. My guess is they're going to go to Zion Cherry. But let's see. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back in the backfield with PK. And he hands the ball off to Lazaro. To Lazaro Mora, but unfortunately he does not get the first down. Is that a turnover on downs? My mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. That was 3rd down just now. So now it's going to be a 4th down situation. And it still looks like that. The Cavaliers are going to be going for it still. They lost a yard, and they're still going to be going for it here on 4th down. At least that's what it appears like from my point of view. And that's exactly what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. This time we have 2 receivers on each side of the field. Running back right next to PK. Shotgun formation. And it looks like a false start on the Cavaliers. And that's exactly what they call. That's a tough break right there. I doubt they go for it, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to go ahead and send the punting unit out for the Coral Gables Cavaliers, and the Miami High Stingarees did stop the momentum right there defensively. The Cavaliers got off to a really great start offensively, and then that injury timeout and then the timeout again by the Stingarees really kind of delayed the momentum they had going on. And that kick was nearly blocked, but he did get it off. It bounces on about the 25-yard line, and it is secured by the Cavaliers. And it is going to be 1st and 10, Miami Senior High Stingarees. The score is still 0-0 if you're just joining us here on HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus network. 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. We got the offense making their way, swimming their way onto the field. The Miami High Stingarees are looking to capitalize on the stop right there that was forced by the Stingarees. Forced to punt right there. And let's see how the Coral Gables Cavaliers defense looks this evening. Shotgun formation for the Stingarees, and Marcus Smith with a dot, but that ball it looked like it was deflected right there, and that ball was intended for number 3, Jermaine Berry. As I mentioned, Jermaine Berry did change his number, ladies and gentlemen, back home, tuning in from number 80 to number 3, and he is a defensive back as well as a wide receiver. So look for him to make some noise in the secondary as well as make some catches for this offense of the Stingarees. Shotgun formation again, 3 receivers out to the right. Actually make that 4. Man in motion right there is going to be number 1, Tyrell Snelling. And it looks like either offsides on the defense or a false start on the offense. And it is a false start on the Stingarees. Not an ideal start right there on the first drive of the game for the offense. As you can see, the fans, hardcore fans, rooting right now. Making noise here at Curtis Park. It is going to be 2nd down. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion. So make that 2 receivers on each side of the field now. Checking in with the ref. Hands the ball off. And that appears to be number 0, Carlos Pavone, the junior running back. Getting his first rush of the game right there. And it looks like the Stingarees are hurrying things up. 7 minutes left. Actually make that 6:56 left on the clock in the first quarter and ticking. No huddle for the Stingarees. Shotgun formation, man in motion. It is going to be Snelling again. Actually scratch that, make that Jermaine Berry man in motion. And that's where Marcus Smith looks first, but he dumps it off to Snelling right there. That might be for a loss, as a matter of fact. Great defense right there by the Cavaliers. And the Miami High Stingarees are going to have to punt this away. Very impressive defense right there by the Coral Gables Cavaliers, forcing a punt. Wow, what a start to this game. Very defensive start. The Stingarees are getting ready to punt it off. And we have a flag on the play. It's going to be an encroachment on the Cavaliers. Here we have the Miami High Stingaree mascot. Showing some love right there for his school. Punt formation right now for the Stingarees after the 5-yard penalty. Man in motion again. Got some movement on front. I think they're going to call a false start. Believe they're going to call a false start on the Miami High Stingarees. And the call on the field is going to be a false start on the Stingarees. That's exactly what goes on. We have the cheerleaders cheering on for the Miami High Stingarees. It is homecoming night for them, so this is a bigger game than usual for all the seniors, especially over here at Miami High at Curtis Park. Punt formation yet again, maybe 3 times the charm here tonight at Curtis Park. And that's a muffed punt. And that's going to be at about the 45-yard line or so, give or take. Maybe the 35-yard line, actually. That's exactly where it might have been, the 35-yard line. That was not a very good punt, unfortunately. Miami High Stingaree cheerleaders are still cheering on. And we do have a water break right here, an official timeout at the moment here at Curtis Park. Senior night for the Miami High Stingarees. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Curtis Park in just a few moments.
Something amazing is happening here. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure with Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights and increased performance, giving them the scale to stay ready for whatever's next. Make amazing happen. Lenovo and CDW. Something amazing is happening.
Thank you for joining us here on the 305 Plus Network, HBCU Plus. We have a 1st and 10. Pass right there completed. That was a very nice catch and throw right there by the Cavaliers. Very good field position. If you're just joining us here, we're at Curtis Park. It's the Stingarees going up against the Cavaliers. And the field position is because of a muff punt by the Stingarees. So the Cavaliers had the ball at about the 35-yard line, and now they're over at the 25-yard line after that 10-yard reception that passed by BK of the Cavaliers. Man in motion right now, that's number 5 for the Cavaliers. That's going to be Angel Gonzalez. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back next to PK. Nice block right there by the running back, and it is going to be a quarterback sack. We do have a flag. That's number 12 for Miami High, Jaden Henry, the junior linebacker and defensive lineman. But we do have a flag on the play. It is going to be a holding on the offense. It is going to be a holding on the offense. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left in the game, in the first quarter, excuse me. And I believe they're discussing whether or not they want to accept this penalty right now in favor of Miami High, because they did get a sack. So whether or not they want the penalty, want the foul to count in favor of them, that's what head coach Dorian James is thinking about. And I believe they ended up, let's see, they're still actually discussing it. So they're going to go ahead and move the ball just a little bit further. Very interesting. Very, very interesting sequence of events here at Curtis Park. So I believe that the penalty was declined. I believe that's what just happened. The clock is going. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Man in motion is number 2, Zion Cherry. Oh, that's not the football. That's a helmet loose. And that's exactly who it was. Zion Cherry, the man in motion with the football right there. That was first down. He was tackled at the 34-yard line. Now it's going to be second down for the Cavaliers. Very interesting to see where they go from here. At the start of the game, they made their way all the way from their side of the field to roughly about the 40-so yard line of Miami High until there was an injury timeout in which that kind of halted the momentum of the Cavaliers offensively. And now we actually have a little bit of shower going on here at Curtis Park. Umbrellas are coming out, but the cheerleaders are still cheering on, and football is still being played here at Curtis Park. Shotgun formation for the Cavaliers. 2 receivers on each side of the field. Running back in the backfield with PK, and we do have a flag on the play. Scratch that, not a flag. It's actually going to be a timeout for the Cavaliers with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter here at Curtis Park. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network after a quick word from our sponsors.
What did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The pitch of Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
Welcome back. We are here at Curtis Park. If you're just joining us, my name is Jamie Nunez, your play-by-play commentator for this evening's matchup between the Coral Gables Cavaliers and the Miami High Stingarees. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter. It is going to be third down for the Cavaliers. Shotgun formation. We do have a screen pass. Very decent blocking at first, but that is going to be a large loss of yards right there for the Cavaliers. Not very good execution right there, unfortunately, on that third down. I like the play call right there, but unfortunately just didn't manifest into exactly what head coach Frank Welsh and the crew drew up. Now it's going to be fourth down for the Cavaliers. They are setting out the punting unit, and we have the Miami High Stingarees cheering on their squad as it is senior night, homecoming night for the seniors. Punt formation for these programs. Nearly blocked, and the kick is bouncing, and it was caught at about the 10-yard line for the Cavaliers with about 3 minutes on the dot left in the first quarter. Still scoreless. If you're just joining us, we are live here at Curtis Park. It's the Miami High Stingarees versus the Coral Gables Cavaliers. This is a rematch, ladies and gentlemen, in which round one did fall in favor of the Stingarees, and the Cavaliers are looking to even things up at one apiece in 2024. Spoke with head coach Frank Welsh of the Cavaliers, and I asked him, do these student athletes on the field understand the magnitude of this rematch? And he told me, I hope so. My philosophy is always take care of business the first time so you don't have to worry about it the second time. And I completely agree. Let's see if they handle business this time in which they didn't the first time here at Curtis Park. So it's going to be very interesting to see what exactly happens here. I spoke with Miami High Stingaree coach Dorian James, and he told me that he saw growth in both of his quarterbacks, Marcus and Ryan, and we should see both of them tonight. Both are very young and both on varsity for the first time, and he told them be patient and trust in the O-line. So look for these quarterbacks of the Stingarees to stay put in the pocket and trust in their O-line and deliver on-time passes to their playmakers in the open field. It is going to be first down for the Stingarees. Shotgun formation here. It's going to be a run, and he finds a hole, and he trucks one of the defenders right there of the Cavaliers. That's going to be number 5 for the Stingarees. Zechariah Smith, the senior wide receiver and defensive back. He did get the football in the backfield, though, that time. Very versatile athlete right there. Looks like a quick audible little call on the field right there by Marcus Smith, the quarterback of the Stingarees. Here we go, shotgun formation. Number 11, Ryan Jenkins is going to be in quarterback, not Marcus Smith. That's going to be the freshman quarterback. As I mentioned, head coach Dorian James of the Stingarees did mention that both of these quarterbacks, Marcus Smith and Ryan Jenkins, are very young, sophomore and freshman quarterbacks. First times for both of them in varsity. So very interesting to see, very interested to see how they perform, especially now with the football a little bit more slick in this wet weather here in South Florida at Curtis Park. If you're just joining us, it's the Stingarees versus the Cavaliers. It's going to be first down for Miami High, and they hand the ball off again, and I do see a flag, a lot of flags here in the first period, about 1 minute and 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. It is going to be a penalty on Miami High, unfortunately. It is going to be a face mask on the offense. Not ideal considering you are pretty much at the 10-yard line. You're inside your own pretty much end zone at this point if you're Miami High. Long way to go for the Stingarees up to this point. It is still first down though. Shotgun formation. Incomplete pass from Jenkins. I believe that was going to be intended for number 6, I believe. That's going to be Udonis Cordero. Second down for Miami High, and do forgive me if I do mispronounce some of the athletes on the field, some of the student athletes on the field. They did change some numbers around. We have 3 receivers out to the right for Miami High, 1 to the left, running back in the backfield next to Jenkins. And he drops back. He's looking for a deep pass right there. Woo! Nearly one-handed by Jermaine Berry, number 3, the wide receiver and defensive back. That was a very good-looking pass there by Ryan Jenkins, the freshman quarterback. Number 11 for Miami High. Pretty good defense as well. Got to give credit when credit is due for Coral Gables. Very, very slick showers right now. It's not pouring rain, but it is looks like a mist of sorts over here at Curtis Park. If you're just joining us, it is still scoreless here at Curtis Park. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first quarter. It is third down for Miami High. Shotgun formation for Jenkins. Man in motion. And he fakes it to the man in motion. It is a screen pass right now. But it looks like for a big gain. Missed tackle. Not a missed tackle. He completes the tackle right there. Very nice. I believe that was number 27 or 28 for Coral Gables with the tackle. And that was number 5, excuse me, of Miami High. That's going to be Zachariah Smith. As we can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, the fake to the man in motion threw off the defense right here. Whoop, right there. All the attention goes there. And the fake right there sells it. Screen to the running back. Very nice gain. It is fourth down still, unfortunately, for Miami High, so they do elect to punt the football. Coral Gables defense is doing a fantastic job forcing punts for Miami High. And the punt is up. And we have a flag on the play. That's going to be on the Miami High Stingarees, unfortunately, for a hit on a defenseless receiver, it looked like. That's going to be perhaps 15 yards or so, maybe 10 yards. That's not a great start. Penalties on offense and defense for Miami High. Got to be better disciplined than that. The misty showers have slightly gone away, but they are still here. Makes you wonder what kind of impact they're going to have on this game. And it's exactly what the referee calls. Personal foul on Miami High right there on the tackle on the defenseless receiver right there. That football was going out of bounds, so there's really no point for that young man to have hit the receiver right there. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just tuning in, this is still a scoreless ball game at the moment here at Curtis Park. It is homecoming night for Miami High Stingarees, and you can see the cheerleaders here still cheering on very hard, although we do have misty showers here at Curtis Park. That's not stopping the fans or the cheerleaders. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere here on 305 Plus Network and the HBCU Plus app. And welcome back. As you can see, that is a senior cheerleader for Miami High. It is going to be homecoming night for the seniors. So very special night here for the seniors of the Miami High Stingarees. Not only for the cheerleaders, but for the band members and the football players on the field, the student athletes, as well as their family and friends that are in attendance. Umbrellas are out here at Curtis Park as the misty showers appear to be picking up slightly. Hopefully that's nothing that'll affect this game going on at the moment here at Curtis Park. If you're just joining us, my name is Jamie Nunez. The second quarter is getting ready to begin. 12 minutes remaining on the clock. It's just about to get started. Head coach Dorian James looks a bit frustrated right now. And we're back here at live action. Shotgun formation. We have DeAndre PK at quarterback for Coral Gables. One receiver to the left, two to the right. Fumbled snap. And luckily Zion Cherry was able to jump on top of the football. That would have been a huge error right there. Self-made error at that by the Cavaliers. Considering that it's still a scoreless game, it's anyone's ball game up to this point. Second down and 18 right now for the Cavaliers, but take a look at this replay, ladies and gentlemen. Rapid replay. First down right here. PK was getting the call from the sidelines, and unfortunately he just didn't see the snap coming. Goes right underneath his knees, and Zion Cherry was lucky enough to jump on top of the football, and the Cavaliers were lucky enough that Zion Cherry jumped on top of the football. Shotgun formation again, two receivers to the right, one to the left, and it is going to be a penalty right here just prior to the snap. It is going to be a false start on the Cavaliers, moving them back even further. They just cannot catch a break. It's like it's almost like they don't want to put any points on the board. They were so close the first possession. They had amazing field position on the second possession, and now to open up the second quarter, they were just at the 25-yard line, and unfortunately they're now close to the 40-yard line because of the fumbled snap and the penalty. Shotgun formation, two receivers on each side of the field for the Cavaliers. Running back in the backfield next to PK. PK with the pass, and it is going to be nearly intercepted by number 3, Jermaine Berry. Jermaine Berry just recently changed his number to number 3 as a result of switching to cornerback as a defensive back now, as well as a receiver for Miami High. Very nice pass deflection right there. Near interception for Jermaine Berry and the Stingarees. Misty showers here at Curtis Park. Still, that's not stopping these fans and the cheerleaders. Shotgun formation for PK. Another screen pass. That's going to be to Zion Cherry. Very nice gain. Not enough for a first down, but that is about 3 yards or so shy of the first down. And look at the misty showers here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not thick, hard rain, but it is kind of that annoying rain, if you will. Misty, and it's everywhere. It's affecting the slickness of the ball, the grip of the football, certainly. Makes you wonder if any running backs are going to fumble the ball. We already saw the fumbled snap right here with PK and the Cavaliers and his center, unfortunately for them. But they did jump on top of the football, and that's where we're at right now. So the Cavaliers are basically broke even, if you will, to start the second quarter. They're kind of back right where they started. They were at close to the 40. Now they're at the 26 or so yard line. We do have a timeout for Miami High. Head coach Dorian James does not like what he sees on the defensive setup of things. That's their second timeout of the first half. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned here at Curtis Park on the HBCU Plus app after a quick word from our sponsors.
Something amazing is happening here. The next era of AI has arrived. CDW data engineers are helping organizations harness the power of AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. The power to run workloads faster means greater performance, giving your team a better shot at success. Make amazing happen. CDW.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Curtis Park. PK with a shot to the end zone. Flag! That's going to be pass interference right there on the Cavaliers. That was the first deep shot of the day by either program. And that's exactly what the call is on the field by the head referee. Pass interference. And that is going to be only 15 yards. That is not at the spot of the foul like it is in the NFL. Only 15 yards for the Cavaliers. Very good pass there by PK. Let's see what head coach Frank Welsh and the Coral Gables Cavaliers decide to draw up on this play. It is going to be first down for the Cavaliers, and they are very much in the red zone. They can attack at any moment with 10 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Head coach Dorian James is expressing his frustration right now with one of his defensive backs. That's going to be number 25, Jaden Howard, the junior defensive back. First down for the Cavaliers. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. And a running back right next to PK in the backfield. Let's see what head coach Frank Welsh and the Cavaliers draw up on this first down in the red zone. It's been scoreless up to this point, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. And head coach Dorian James, you can see him on the bottom of the screen. He is frustrated. And he's not talking to the referees. He's talking to his student-athlete players on the field in the secondary right now. Seems like a bit of confusion. And here we go. First down for the Cavaliers. Hands the ball off. Very nice tackle right there by the Stingarees. I believe that was number 12, Jaden Henry, the junior linebacker and defensive lineman for the Stingarees. What a tackle right there. Still got some misty showers here at Curtis Park. Number 19 for the Stingarees, Josh Johnson, the senior defensive back and running back, was checking in with Dorian Smith. And as you can see here on the replay, what a tackle here. And that was indeed number 12, Jaden Henry, the junior linebacker, with a fantastic tackle right there. Missed tackles can lead to touchdowns, and that's not what the Stingarees want right now. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Running back in the backfield, and that's who pick. Well, he can't stop him. The running back is still on his feet. Excuse me, Jenkins with the handoff. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. The Stingarees are utilizing 2 quarterbacks this evening. Marcus Smith, the sophomore, and Ryan Jenkins, the freshman quarterback. These are both very young student athletes right now. This is their first time in a varsity program. So very exciting and looking forward to seeing how they produce on the field today. 8 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first half. The Cavaliers are knocking on the door right here of the red zone. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on both sides of the field. Running back next to PK. That's going to be a run up the gut. But unfortunately, oh, we do have a flag. I would imagine a personal foul on the Stingarees. Yep. Actually, it's going to be a personal foul on the Cavaliers. So they're going to be moving backwards away from the end zone, which is not what they want. Head coach Dorian James has been on the numbers virtually this entire possession, red zone possession for the Stingarees. He does not want the Cavaliers to get in the red zone, and I do not blame him, as he is the head coach of the program. I spoke to him a little bit before the game, and he told me that the secondary needed a little bit of work done. That's why you see Jermaine Berry, number 3, out there in the secondary, as well as in the receiver room, because he is going to be lining up outside as a wide receiver as well as a defensive back for the Stingarees. So be on the lookout for number 3 on the defense right here. On 4th down, the Cavaliers appear to be going for it. And we do have, I believe, a timeout on the field. An official timeout or a Cora Gables timeout. Can't quite tell. But this rain is coming down. The clock is ticking. 8 minutes left and counting in the second quarter of this game. 4th down. Money down. And Butterfingers, unfortunately, right there for the Cavaliers. That's going to be intended for, I believe that was number 5. Angel Gonzalez, the senior wide receiver, standing at 6 feet. And as you can see, that drop came with pretty good reason. Not that, we should have excuses in life or in football, but man, is it raining now. This mist has turned into a slight rainfall now. This rain is getting a little bit thicker, potentially causing some problems here. The umbrellas are out here at Curtis Park. But that's not stopping the Miami High Stingaree fans or the cheerleaders from cheering on. This rain is coming down, but it's coming down with some South Florida love here. If you're just joining us here, thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us here at HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network. My name is Jamie Nunez, and it is going to be first down for the Stingarees, and they hand the ball off, and that is going to be a gain of about 4 yards or so, 3 yards or so for Miami High. Still a scoreless ball game if you're joining us here. 7 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first half. And we do have some hurry-up offense here for the Stingarees. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side of the field and a running back next to Jenkins. And he's looking for the deep pass, and he's rushing the football, and he takes a big hit, 2 big hits. As he escapes the pocket, he does get a gain of a few yards, but at what cost? Those were some big shots that he took right there. Back-to-back shots there by Jenkins. And this defensive line is ready for the next down. As you can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, Jenkins did take a couple big shots right here. He's looking deep, and he runs, and he takes one hit there and another hit there. Lands on his back. Great defense right there by the Cavaliers, because Jenkins was looking for the deep shot, but unfortunately he couldn't get it, and he opted to run up the middle, and unfortunately we saw what just happened. 3 receivers out to the right for Miami High, 1 to the left, running back in the backfield, and we do have a stoppage at the moment. That's going to be, I believe, a delay of game on the Miami High Stingarees. And that's exactly what was called here. Official timeout here. It's going to be a water break, hydration break here for both of these teams. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll be right back here on HBCU Plus. Don't go anywhere after a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, honey, what's all this?
I had McDonald's money.
Oh.
Get one favorite like 10-piece chicken McNuggets or a Quarter Pounder with cheese and get another for just $1 right now at McDonald's.
This is it. Our last night sharing a room. Tomorrow, we'll be in our new home.
They told you buying a home would take years, but didn't help you start. Still, you kept trying.
You'll have a yard to play in, a place to dream.
Hope makes it happen. With tailored mortgage solutions, Hope Credit Union makes homeownership happen for thousands of people, regardless of income or credit. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here live at Curtis Park. I'm your play-by-play commentator this evening, Jamie Nunez. It is the Miami High Stingarees versus the Coral Gables Cavaliers. It is third down for Miami High. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, actually 4 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. No running backs in the backfield. Joining Jenkins, this is a freshman, ladies and gentlemen, his first time in varsity, and you're watching it live right now. Nearly intercepted by the Cavaliers. Risky pass right there by Jenkins. Nearly a pick 6 to the house for Coral Gables. And they do, in fact, have to send the punting unit, Miami High, as a result of that incomplete pass. That was third down. Actually scratched that, ladies and gentlemen. That was second down. Nope, I was right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be fourth down. They are going to have to punt this football away. Great job by Coral Gables' defense, forcing the punt. Head coach Frank Welsh and his staff of Coral Gables drawing up some really good defensive schemes up to this point in the ball game. 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half. Lofty snap right there, but the kick is off. The punt, very decent punt. And the Stingarees are just going to catch it over there at the 40-yard line. Could have maybe waited a couple bounces, but they'll settle for what they can get. Well, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here at Curtis Park. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break after a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Feeds fashion. Fashion doesn't always feed us. So McDonald's is pairing 5 rising Black designers with 5 fashion insiders. Together, we can change the face of fashion.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is first down for Coral Gables. PK with the football. Quick screen pass. And he's going up the field, and he falls, slips and falls. I believe he has enough for the first down. Maybe a yard shy or so, but I believe he has enough for the first down right there. And the tackle was made by the turf monster of Miami High. Hurry up offense here for Coral Gables. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first half. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Running back in the backfield, and PK hands it off to Lazaro. And Lazaro with a nice run. Another first down for Coral Gables. That's going to be Lazaro Mora, number 25, the junior running back, standing at 5'10", 200 pounds. The running back and linebacker for the Cavaliers. Then this rain is not letting up, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, head coach of Miami High, Dorian James, making some play calls, some play signals to his defense. And that's a run by Lazaro Mora again, but he is stopped this time at about the line of scrimmage. Head coach Dorian James making some calls again on the side of the field to his defense. And as you can see right there, head coach Frank Welsh talking to his offense and his quarterback in specific, DeAndre PK. PK has had a couple shots downfield, but for the most part, he's been settling for some bubble screen passes to his wide receivers and his running backs up to this point. Let's see if they continue to take shots down the field. One of them resulted in a pass interference call, which brought them to the red zone. But unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on that. And unfortunately, we do have a flag on the play. It is going to be a false start on the Cavaliers. And that is going to be, in fact, a 5-yard penalty in favor of Miami High. Coral Gables offense does have to move backwards. Number 2 for Coral Gables, Zion Cherry, is making his way back on the field. The senior running back is certainly an athlete you want to keep your eyes on, ladies and gentlemen. He's a linebacker and a running back. He can also play outside a little bit. Be on the lookout for him. And that's exactly... scratch that. That's Mora with the handoff, and he does get a loss of yards, unfortunately, for Coral Gables. That's going to be 3rd down for Coral Gables. And as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, the rain is coming down. Umbrellas are out. That football is slick. But that's not stopping the fans in attendance and the cheerleaders from cheering on. It is homecoming night here for Miami High. And the seniors here of Miami High and the Stingarees, the band members and the cheerleaders and the football players, they all got some flowers tonight and some recognition and some love for being seniors and graduating in 2024. Now back to live action. It's 3rd down. Shotgun formation for the Cavaliers. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back in the backfield joining PK. But we do have a timeout for Miami High, and head coach Dorian James does not like what he's seen. He has not been liking what he's seen in the defensive unit. The hat is off, and the hand gestures are there. I'm sure he has plenty of questions, and he wants answers. Why are you doing this, and why are you not doing that? Miscommunication, to say the least, but I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, they'll figure it out in the locker room at halftime in about 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I'm sure head coach Dorian James will figure out the secondary situation and the defensive unit as a whole in the second half. That timeout was worthy in head coach Dorian James's eyes right there. He needed to have that discussion with his defensive unit. And in fairness, that wasn't just the secondary or the safeties or the DBs. That was the defense in its entirety. So everyone needed a quick wake-up call right there. They did catch a break with that penalty, but that was a self-made error on the Cavaliers. That wasn't a forced error by Miami High. Coral Gables is in shotgun formation again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, running back in the backfield. And we do have a flag on the play. It is going to be false start on the Cavaliers, unfortunately. Another break by the Stingarees. But that just means that this defense of Miami High cannot let up. Not for a second, because if you slip up for 1 second, especially when it comes to Miami-Dade football, that could cost you. That could cost you 6 points. That could even cost you 7. That could even cost you 8 points. Some cases, programs will settle for a field goal here and there. But for the most part, it's fireworks after fireworks here in Miami-Dade. Shotgun formation here on third down for the Cavaliers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back in the backfield next to PK, and he's running out to the right, scrambling to the right, and he's looking midfield, and that pass was incomplete to the sideline, out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be 4th down, and the Cavaliers are going to have to send out their punting unit again. A very defensive first half with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left up to this point. And we do have the GMAC Championship game going on as well on HBCU Plus. It is the Central Rockets versus the Norland Vikings. Right now, it is a 7-7 ball game in the second quarter. And now the rain is somewhat letting up a little bit. It's kind of back to its misty form, but the punt is off regardless. And they're going to let it drop all the way inside the 10, make it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Stingarees, but they're not going to have great field position right there. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere after a quick word from our sponsors.
Technology lets you monitor your pet when you're not at home. But to monitor threats to your hybrid workforce wherever they are, you need more than technology. You need CDW, who gets to know your business and can design and deploy custom solutions with pre-configured HP notebooks with HP Wolf Security. AI-enabled threat detection and remote management protect your endpoints 24/7, giving your defenses some real teeth.
Bummer.
HP makes always-on remote security possible. CDW.
And we're back here at Curtis Park. First down for Miami High, and they hand the ball off for maybe about a yard or so, maybe 2 yards gain right there for Miami High. 2nd down now inside their own 10-yard line. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, first off, thank you for spending your Friday evening with us and myself. I'm Jamie Nunez, the play-by-play commentator for tonight's game. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. It is going to be 2nd down for Miami High at Curtis Park. We are live. Shotgun formation for Miami High. Jenkins is calling for the man in motion, and he hands the ball off for very little gain, maybe another yard or so. Number 7 is coming on the field for Miami High, Darian Cordero, the freshman. And number 6 is coming off the field, Udonis Cordero. The brothers swapping in for one another. 3rd down for Miami High, and they hand the ball off again. 3 straight runs. Can't really blame them. I mean, you don't want to risk throwing an interception. Obviously, with this weather, the rain right now making the football slick and slippery, not only for the quarterback, but for the receivers as well. So you're really a tip drill away from a pick 6, essentially, especially at this side of the field. So 3 straight runs right there for Miami High. They elect to trust in their defense and punt this football away to midfield in hopes of getting another stop and forcing another punt. And as the punting unit is going to be getting situated, and the snap is off, and the kick is up, and it's actually blocked, I believe. That's a muffed punt. And that's going to be recovered by Coral Gables. A huge break by the Cavaliers right there. handed by Miami High. Head coach Dorian James is shaking his head. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen tuning in, the fans are not going anywhere, although there is South Florida showers here at Curtis Park. The fans aren't going anywhere. A lot of seats are filled. Although it is Friday night, these people could be anywhere else, but they're right here at Curtis Park. Look at the seniors, the cheerleading staff, and the squad of Miami High. They're having a great time cheering on their team. Although there are some slight showers, it is homecoming night, so they are having a blast cheering on the Stingarees. It is going to be first down for Coral Gables after a blocked punt. And PK takes a shot to the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Coral Gables. The first score of the game. What a pass by DeAndre PK. And that was a touchdown reception for number 81, Kevon Caffey. The 6-foot wide receiver, weighing at 175 pounds, number 81, Kevon Caffey. As you can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, PK looked there initially and didn't look back. What a pass and what a catch right there by number 81, Caffey. That is the first score of the game, and the first score is a touchdown, 6 points on the board. Actually make it 7 points on the board for Coral Gables. Great start for the revenge game. This is a rematch, as I mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us. Woo! What a play you just missed. That was a great pass right there by DeAndre PK to Kevon Caffey, number 81, the wide receiver. The first score of the game, 26 seconds left in the first half. So that was very clutch throw there by PK. Very clutch catch there by Caffey. And there you have it, folks. That's the first score of the game. Now let's see how the Miami High Stingarees can come back in the second half. Obviously, we saw head coach Dorian James expressing his frustration with the lack of communication, or just the miscommunication in general of the defense as a whole, especially in the second quarter. I mean, he was really, making a point to simply call the timeout just to have a chat with his defensive unit. So let's see how Miami High comes out in the second half. Right now, Coral Gables is the first to strike, and they do have to kick it off, as there is 26 seconds left in the first half. And the kick is off. And it's bounced out of bounds, and that is going to be a flag. Is going to be a flag. Let's see what the call is on the field. What a catch right there by Kevon Caffey for Coral Gables. And what a pass by DeAndre PK. The first score of the game is in the second quarter. Let's see if Miami High can answer in the second half, or maybe they can answer right now. There is 26 seconds left in the first half. I don't doubt it for a second. This is Miami-Dade football after all, and we have seen some crazy things happen before, especially at this field. It was a late-night thriller last time here at Curtis Park between these two programs. That game ended at, I believe, it was around 12:30 at night. Last time here at Curtis Park with the HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus network crew. And ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for the rapid replays throughout the evening as well. At the moment, ladies and gentlemen, the referees do seem to be discussing the penalty because it was thrown initially, and they are moving the play. They are moving this football up to the 40-yard line because that kick was out of bounds. So when you have a kickoff and the ball bounces out of bounds, that football is going to automatically be pushed further. It's not going to be a regular touchback at the 20 or 25-yard line. That's going to be more so up the field. Although that is exactly where they place the football, at the 25-yard line, after a brief discussion between the referees. They end up picking up the flag, it appears. And if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here at HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network. 26 seconds left in the first half here at Curtis Park between the Miami High Stingarees and the Coral Gables Cavaliers. A little bit of rain, but it appears to have lightened up a little bit as the first half comes to an end. And it looks like head coach Frank Welsh and the Cavaliers have called a timeout, a brief timeout for Coral Gables and the Cavaliers. Head coach Frank Welsh wanted to talk to his team one last time. Perhaps not to let up any big plays, any Hail Marys, no funny business right now with 26 seconds left if you're head coach Frank Welsh and the defense of Coral Gables. Thank you for joining us here on HBCU Plus. If you're just joining us, you just missed the first score of the game. It was a touchdown reception by Kevon Caffey. Great pass by DeAndre Pique. And that came with much less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Clutch time. And don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have some special performances here at halftime with Miami High and some of their special programs and clubs they have here affiliated with the school. And that's going to do it. First half is going to come to an end. There is 17 seconds left and ticking, but Dorian James opts to take a knee and let the clock wind to 0. And your score in the first half is going to be Coral Gables Cavaliers 7, Miami High Stingarees 0. And as I said, don't go anywhere. You're going to see a ton of fun halftime shows in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. The live action will be right back. But for now, enjoy the halftime show.
Powerful.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Just blaze Godzilla bankroll, stones from Leone. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home. Trailblazer, stay ballin' with vengeance. My arts is crafty dogs. Why I stuck with Laffy Taffy, wondering how did y'all get past me? I've been doing this before. Now it's dropping nasty.
your band ready. Josephine. participating in this year's parade. It was record-breaking. Hoping because of all of you, Sting Pride. For the category of creativity, in third place, Interact and the Alliance. In second place, and in first place, WMHS and Beta. In general effect, in third place, Interact. In second place, the Alliance and WMHS. And in first place, Beta and Kickoff. In the banner competition, in a three-way tie for third place, the class of 2028, the Culture Circle and Honorable. In second place, FBA and Interact. And in first place, for the first time ever, we have a four-way tie. The Alliance, Anime Nation, Beta, and WMHS. In the flow competition, in third place, in a three-way tie, Anime Nation, Honoraya, and Kickoff. In second place, WMHS. And in first place, Beta. For the performance category, in third place, Interact. In second place, Alliance and WMHS. In first place, in a three-way tie, Honoraya, Beta, and Kickoff. And overall, in third place, the Alliance. In second place, WMHS. And in first place, with a perfect score, Beta.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second half action here at Curtis Park between the Miami Senior High Stingarees and the Coral Gables Cavaliers. And the kick is off and caught. Big hit right there by the Cavaliers. But the Stingarees still have possession, but that was a big hit right there by the special teams unit of Coral Gables. And if you missed it, Beta just won. Beta Club for Miami High. They just won the championship. And now this is first down for Miami High If you're just joining us here, 11:57 left in the third quarter. Miami High has yet to score, and they're looking to score here on their first possession. Shotgun formation, and the ball is handed off. And that's a very nice gain. Very nice start to the second half for Miami High. Beta Club with the dub right there. Hopefully Miami High can also catch a dub here. As I mentioned previously in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, it is homecoming night for Miami High and the Stingarees. So all the students are having a great time. Cheerleaders, band members, and football players who are all seniors are having a blast right now. Although they are down a score, they're looking to tie things up right now in this first possession of the second half. And the ball snapped and handed off again, this time for no gain, maybe actually a loss of yards, unfortunately, for Miami High. Great upfront defense right there by Coral Gables. Fantastic tackling thus far by Coral Gables. Let's see if they can keep it up throughout the remainder of the second half. As you can see, head coach Dorian James right there on the sidelines. I know he had a pep talk with not only the whole team, but especially the defense after the first half display we saw on the sidelines. Shotgun formation for Miami High. 2 receivers on each side. Actually make it 3 on the right and 2 on the left. And Jenkins is juking defenders out of their shoes, and he nearly completes the pass. Not sure who that was intended to. He's still on the ground. That was going to be number 3, Jermaine Berry, and we do have an official's timeout. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's going to be an injury timeout, I believe. Well, it looks like number 53, who was down on the field, he looks to be up and actually hobbling off, jogging off on his own power. So that's amazing to see. You love to see that. And I believe they're waving off the official timeout. So we're going to go ahead and keep the clock rolling. 10 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Miami High is looking to move the chains here. Third down for the Stingarees. Let's see what head coach Dorian James and the offense and the coaching staff opt to call here on this big third down here for Miami High. Ball snapped, shotgun formation. And that's a great pass down the middle, completed to number 6, Udonis Cordero. Great pass right there by Ryan Jenkins, the freshman quarterback. Putting up a jump shot is Jenkins right there on the play call right there. Quick no huddle. 2 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Running back in the backfield, joining him. Shotgun formation here, first down at the midfield, and that's another shot down the field, and the missed tackle right there by Coral Gables leads to a touchdown. Jermaine Berry, number 3 for Miami High. And the crowd is losing their mind. The cheerleaders are going crazy. The band is sounding off, and the fans are stomping their feet on the bleachers here at Curtis Park as the Miami High Stingarees just scored a touchdown. As you can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, look at Jermaine Berry right there with the yards after catch. And he does the Cam Ward celebration to cap it off right there. Shout out to the Miami Hurricanes here. We are live at Curtis Park if you are just joining us. Unfortunately, we do have an injury on the field. We hope that injured Cavalier is okay. But you did just miss a touchdown right there, courtesy of Jermaine Berry, number 3, the wide receiver and defensive back for Miami High. That pass was from Ryan Jenkins, the freshman, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the freshman quarterback, number 11, Ryan Jenkins. And we're glad to see that the injured Cavalier was able to get up and move on his own. What a touchdown pass right there from Jenkins down the field. And then the missed tackle right there by the Cavaliers forced Jermaine Berry to score the long touchdown and took that bad boy to the house. Right now we have the point after attempt here for the Stingarees. And number 55 for Miami High is running out to the field. He's got a block for the kicker. And that's exactly what I expected, ladies and gentlemen, from Miami High right there. After the first half, after a halftime talk right there with head coach Dorian James to his team, I fully expected Miami High to come out here and score a touchdown on their first drive. And right there, that point after attempt is good, and it evens the score up at 7-7. There's still a lot of football left to be played. 9 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And we're just getting started here. It is going to be homecoming night here. You can see the cheerleaders dancing, and they'll keep cheering on when we come back from our quick break after a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Curtis Park. Still have misty showers right here. As you can see, the ball actually was tipped off the tee. So if that happens a few more times, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to have a player hold the football on the kickoff. But that doesn't happen this time, and the kick is up and off. And it is caught and actually fumbled out of bounds by the Cavaliers, but that doesn't matter. They will retain possession at about the 25 or 20-yard line or so. If you're just joining us, thank you for spending your Friday night with us here at HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network. I'm your commentator for tonight's matchup, Jamie Nunez, between the Miami Senior High Stingarees and the Coral Gables Cavaliers. So far, we have touchdowns from Kavon Caffey and Jermaine Berry, both wide receivers, and great throws from Cavaliers quarterback DeAndre Piquet, as well as Stingarees quarterback Ryan Jenkins. Head coach Dorian James did mention that we would see quarterback sophomore Marcus Smith as well, but we'll see when we see him in action tonight. Right now it's a handoff for Coral Gables, and that tackle is made after about a 3-yard gain or so by Miami High. Great tackle right there by number 12, Jaden Henry. Number 11, the defensive lineman and linebacker for the Stingarees. Folks, let's see what head coach Frank Welsh can dial up here in response to that first possession of the second half touchdown drive by Miami High. Let's see what DeAndre Piquet and the Coral Gables Cavaliers can draw up here. 3 receivers to the right, shotgun formation, 1 receiver to the left, and there is a running back in the backfield joining Piquet. First down here, and we do have a quick screen and a missed tackle right there by Miami High, and that's going to be a first down and then some, about a 17 or so yard gain right there for Coral Gables. That's a great play to start off the drive right there. And if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, I did speak with head coach Frank Wells prior to the game, and he And when I asked him, you know, do the student athletes understand the magnitude of this rematch? And he said, I sure hope so. My philosophy is to take care of business the first time so you don't have to take care of it the second time. But let's see if they can take care of business right here in this second half. So far, so good. Quick screen pass again by Piquet, and another missed tackle there by Miami High, but not a missed tackle right there. But we do have a flag on the play, unfortunately. That tackle was made by, I believe, number 19 of Miami High, Josh Johnson, the defensive back. He is a senior, but let's see what this penalty is on. That was a very, very nice play drawn up by Coral Gables, but let's see if that play is nullified by this penalty. No word yet on the call. Once again, it's going to be a personal foul on Coral Gables, so they'll be moving back. Folks back home, thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us here. Myself, Jamie Nunez, and the 305 Plus Network crew and the HBCU Plus crew here at Curtis Park. We truly appreciate your company and your time here with us. The umbrellas are starting to come down, but they're still up as there is still a slight drizzle here at Curtis Park. But both of these teams are off to solid starts offensively so far. Coral Gables is just about at the 35-yard line on their side of the field. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield, and that's exactly where he hands the ball off to. And that's going to be no gain, perhaps a loss of yards potentially for Coral Gables right there. Great defense by Miami High. Homecoming night here at Curtis Park for Miami High, but there is the Cavaliers head coach Frank Welsh here talking with one of his players, trying to lock in on a really nice play. That was actually DeAndre Piquet who he was chatting with very briefly. Let's see what head coach Frank Welsh draws up, and let's see if DeAndre Piquet and the offense can execute this play here on second down at about the 33-yard line, 34-yard line or so. Defense, slight shift. Timeout, Miami High. And head coach Dorian James is not thrilled in the slightest. He's a little bit animated at the moment, if you will. Again, over his defense. And as you can see, head coach Frank Welsh also in distress. Hand to the forehead, scratching the head. Basically saying, what are we doing, guys? We got to lock in. It's the second half. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game. 7-7 ball game. It's still anyone's ball game here. And ladies and gentlemen, thus far we do have touchdowns from Kevon Caffey on a great pass from DeAndre Piquet for Coral Gables. And then we do have Jermaine Berry on an amazing yards after catch touchdown from Ryan Jenkins, the freshman quarterback. Very, very, very impressive stuff so far from Ryan Jenkins. And that touchdown by Jermaine Berry was a result of a few missed tackles by Coral Gables. So it just makes you wonder, you know, if those tackles were made, you know, would they be tied up right now at the moment? And right now PK is scrambling to the right, and he's throwing the ball out of bounds. That ball was intended for number 2 of Coral Gables, Zion Cherry. Ladies and gentlemen, Zion Cherry hasn't necessarily done a whole lot right now thus far in the ball game, but definitely do not keep your eye off Zion Cherry, because he was one of the individual student athletes that showed out last time on the initial matchup between Miami High and Coral Gables at Curtis Park at this very field. Zion Cherry had himself a ball game. He had some tackles as a linebacker, as well as a touchdown and some big-time receptions and rushes on the offensive end. Shotgun formation here for Coral Gables, and PK drops it down, and that was nearly intercepted right there by Miami High. A number of screens so far this possession for Coral Gables, and that ultimately leads to 4th down and the punting unit coming out for Coral Gables, and the Cavaliers. Head coach Frank Welsh, I'm sure, is not pleased with that possession right there with his offense. And on the other hand, I'm sure head coach Dorian James is thrilled to see his offense get back out there on the field, courtesy of his defense forcing the punts. As you can see, it is homecoming night here. The band of Miami High is jamming out here at Curtis Park. In the showers, it doesn't matter, you know, misty showers here in South Florida. It's just another day for us Floridians here at Curtis Park. And the kick is up and it is off here. And it is going to bounce at about the 45-yard line. And Coral Gables is going to let it roll at about the 39-yard line of Miami High. Decent field position still, not horrible. Pretty good start with about 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here live at Curtis Park after a quick word from our sponsors.
Something amazing is happening here. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure with Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights and increased performance, giving them the scale to stay ready for whatever's next. Make amazing happen. Lenovo and CDW.
And we're back here live at Curtis Park. I'm your commentator, Jamie Nunez, here with HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network. Shotgun formation here for Jenkins, and the Stingarees hands it off. That's going to be to, who's that going to be to right there? I believe that's going to be to number 6, Udonis Cordero. Well, that may have been number 1, Tyrell Snelling. Not entirely sure. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, back home. As you can see here on the sideline, head coach Frank Welsh here, head coach of Coral Gables Cavaliers. He's locked in, looking to see what his defense is going to do here. Low snap, but still caught there by Jenkins, and what a great run there. I believe that's Carlos Pavone for Miami High, and that's exactly who it is. That's going to be Carlos Pavone. It looked like he was begging to stay in the game, begging head coach Dorian Smith, hey, don't let me out, feed the hot hand, and I don't see why not. I would think that Carlos Pavone gets his football again. He's going to run it on third down. That's exactly what they do, and he's going to run outside, and he is going to have enough for the first down. Absolutely. Carlos Pavone, back-to-back runs, and that's good enough for the first down for Miami High. Moving the chains for the Stingarees is Carlos Pavone, the junior running back. The junior running back here for the Stingarees. Looks to be pistol formation right here for Miami High. It looks like they're going to run it off again to Carlos Pavone 3 straight times, and it looks like he is flipped on his head almost, and the showers are picking up here at Curtis Park, and so is the Miami High Stingarees offense. They're picking things up here, running the football, being a force in the trenches, being physical is what it's all about here in Miami-Dade football on HBCU Plus and 305 Plus the network. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in this Friday night. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, but the ball is handed off yet again to Carlos Pavone. This will be a gain about 4 yards or so. Very efficient running right now so far from Pavone. Unfortunately, number 58 for the Stingarees is hobbling. That's going to be Christian Castro, the senior defensive lineman, offensive lineman, and linebacker. Very versatile young man, and that's going to be a costly loss there if he can't join the game again for Miami High. Third down. Let's see what Miami High dials up here. Jermaine Berry on the top of the screen. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, and we do have offsides on the defense, I believe. That's going to be encroachment or offsides on the defense, certainly. Encroachment, exactly, is the call. On the Coral Gables defense, that's going to be the call. And the clock is still ticking. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big possession here for Miami High. Offensively and defensively, huge possession here for Coral Gables. Shotgun formation, man in motion for Miami High. 3 receivers to the left. And they hand the ball off to Carlos Pavone again, and he gets about 5 yards or so. 4 to 5 yards or so. Pavone has found his rhythm here. Pink gloves for Carlos Pavone, supporting and bringing awareness to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is October. Shotgun formation here for Jenkins. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and the ball is handed off again to Pavone. And they are absolutely feeding Carlos Pavone. Jenkins looking over to head coach Dorian James, asking for the next play call. They seem to be dialing it up. The O-line is ready to go. Number 1, Tyrell Snelling, the junior linebacker, is checking back in the game. Carlos Pavone still in the backfield, and that's exactly who they hand the ball off to. Carlos Pavone, another big hit, but first down, and he's signaling first down. Keep feeding the man, says Carlos Pavone. He wants more action for Carlos Pavone, but head coach Dorian James opts to take not only him, but number 6 as well, Udonis Cordero, out of the game. It is going to be 4th down for Miami High. That is very much the reason. 4th and a long 1 yard. And it looks like something's being drawn up here by Miami High. Potentially a fake punt, perhaps. 4th and 1. At a little bit past the midfield, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fake punt here, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, and they end up to go for it. That's going to be a timeout. Timeout on Miami High. Interesting timeout right there. It's going to be a timeout, Miami High. With about a minute and 28 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a 7-7 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, we do have touchdowns from Jermaine Berry and Keon Caffey. Great pass from DeAndre Pique to Kevon Caffey, the wide receiver. Standing at 6 feet, weighing up at about 175 pounds is the wide receiver who made the great catch. And then on Miami High's side of things, Ryan Jenkins, the freshman quarterback, with a very nice touchdown pass down the middle to Jermaine Berry, and Jermaine Berry did the rest with the yards after the catch. He got at least about 35 yards after the catch right there after the fact. And we're back to action. And Pavone gets the ball again for positive yardage again. Mean runs. And that was a big 4th down conversion right there by Miami High. Huge possession right there. Huge play call right there by head coach Dorian James and the Miami High coaching staff right there. Tyrell Snelling checking out of the game. Zachariah Smith checking in the game. The senior wide receiver defensive back. Would not be surprised if they go to the senior on homecoming night. Here, number 5 of the Miami High Stingarees here, Zachariah Smith. Carlos Pavone is the hot man at the moment. And you know what they say, keep feeding the hot hand. The junior running back, Carlos Pavone, may just get the ball again right now. And it's a fake to Pavone and a pass that is complete to number 7 of Miami High, Darian Cordero, the brother of Udonis Cordero, the freshman. Darian is a freshman, but Udonis is in fact a junior. Celebrating his brother's graduation, his homecoming of being a senior here at Miami High. Sting pride, as they say. We do have shotgun formation. We do have a jumbo set right here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pavone is right next to Jenkins. And it looks like we have the end of the third quarter, folks. That's what we reached. End of the third quarter. The fourth quarter is among us. The last 12 minutes of regulation, folks, is underway. As you can see, the Miami High Stingarees cheerleaders are having a blast right now. It is senior night, homecoming night for them. As you can see, there's whipped cream on some of the student athletes here. Celebrating all around. Everyone's having a good time here. Pulling pranks, dancing, singing, playing instruments. They're jamming out. They're having a great time here at Curtis Park. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for stopping by, spending your Friday night with us. Myself, the play-by-play commentator, Jamie Nunez, here with HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network. Fourth quarter is about to get underway here. So far, DeAndre Piquet has 1 touchdown pass, and that pass was to Kavon Caffey. As well as Ryan Jenkins, he has 1 touchdown pass to Jermaine Berry on a very athletic yards after catch touchdown. Jumbo set again for Miami High, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Carlos Pavone in the backfield next to Jenkins, but we do have the refs blowing the whistle. Looks like they're just having a quick discussion. Minutes on the dot, on the clock. Jumbo set yet again, and they hand the ball off to Pavone. Nice tackle right there. I believe I do see a flag. Scratch that, no flag on the play. Pavone did carry the football, and that was nearly enough for a first down. Third down, and they hand the ball off to Pavone again, who certainly gets the first down that time. And they're absolutely feeding Pavone, and he's feasting on the defense of the Cavaliers, specifically their run defense. The front defensive line of the Cavaliers just cannot contain Pavone right now at the moment. Big shout out to the offensive lineman of Miami High as well. Tyrell Snelling is checking into the game. 2 receivers lined up to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Carlos Pavone is the man in the backfield, as well as Snelling. Let's see if they hand the ball off again to Pavone, and that's exactly what happens. Maybe a gain of about 1 or 2 yards right there for Pavone. Ryan Jenkins ran over to the sideline to get the next play from his head coach, Dorian James, on this big second down play. They're pretty much in the red zone. And that's going to be a shot in the end zone. And that pass is incomplete right there. Nice looking throw right there by Jenkins, but unfortunately The Stingarees were unable to come up with the football. And that was going to be number 3, Jermaine Berry, again targeted in the end zone. That would have been his second touchdown of the evening. Shotgun formation. Man in motion is Tyrell Snellings. 2 receivers to the right, and now 2 to the left. Pavone in the backfield. Hand the ball off to Pavone, why not? And he has a first down and a little bit more, nearly a touchdown right there for Carlos Pavone. And the Miami High Stingarees, they are charging down the field, absolutely feeding Carlos Pavone, and he is feasting, continues to feast on this Coral Gables defensive run defense, excuse me. And the misty showers are still showering here at Curtis Park, as you can see here on the replay here. Outside run to Carlos Pavone, 1 missed tackle, and you need to have 2 players, multiple players, to tackle Carlos Pavone at this point. The momentum that he and Miami High have right now on the offensive end is absolutely stunning right now. We did not see this in the first half at all, folks. And why not feed it to Carlos Pavone? And he is going to be short of the touchdown by a matter of inches. Jenkins opening up his chest like he's Clark Kent or Superman. That's the play call that he's signaling over to Dorian James. We certainly want to see another Cam Ward celebration, if you will, if you're head coach Dorian James. Let's see, big play right here, and that's going to be a stoppage. Is it going to be a penalty here or a timeout on the field? Encroachment on the defense by Coral Gables, and now Miami High is a matter of inches away from scoring a touchdown here in the fourth quarter, excuse me, with 8 minutes and 43 seconds and counting. Let's see. I'd imagine they hand it off to Pavone again, and sure enough, that's what happens. And that's going to be a touchdown for Carlos Pavone and the Miami High Stingarees. Miami High takes the lead at Curtis Park on homecoming night. (13-7) lead for the Miami High Stingarees. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the rapid replay here. Jenkins with the snap, hands the ball off to Carlos Pavone, and of course it's a no-brainer. I mean, Pavone has been absolutely eating this entire drive. They virtually moved down the entire length of the field, courtesy of Carlos Pavone. What a drive there. Great play calling by the coaching staff and head coach Dorian James of Miami High. And as you can see, the cheerleaders going absolutely crazy on the sidelines because their school just scored a touchdown, and it is homecoming night, senior night. Homecoming king and queen got crowned. The Beta Club won as well. And the extra point attempt is good, making it a 14-7 lead for Miami High. And the cheerleaders are cheering on. Umbrellas are still out here at Curtis Park. Little bit of showers never hurt nobody. It is football at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Miami-Dade football, that is. Here on HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus network here. A lot of Sting pride going on here. As you can see, the band is jamming out, putting it their all right now. And as you can see, of course, as well, the cheerleaders cheering on their football team, cheering on their band here at Curtis Park on homecoming night for Miami High. Whole lot of Sting pride going on here at Curtis Park at the moment. It's not a mountain that Coral Gables has to climb. It's just a 1 point deficit, a 1 possession deficit for the Cavaliers. Let's see what they can do here. And as you can see, all the seniors on the sidelines, the band and the cheerleaders, just having fun here at Curtis Park. No matter if there's a little bit of misty showers or if it was really hot out, they weren't gonna miss this for anything. Everyone's having a great time. And the kick is off. And it is gonna be bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, and he picks it up literally at the 1 yard line. He's taking the ball up the field, and he has the lane, the sideline, going all the way to the end zone. Oh my goodness. Wow, the presence of mind to pick up the football and score at the 1 yard line. Number 2, Zion Cherry. Ladies and gentlemen, did I not say, do not take your eyes off number 2, Zion Cherry for the Coral Gables Cavaliers. Unbelievable. Look at here, rapid replay, ladies and gentlemen, and he is gone. No one in the frame practically until a stingery comes up at the very end, but wow, Zion Cherry was gone. As you can see, the team celebrating right there after the score. Wow, that was remarkable, and that's Miami-Dade football right there, ladies and gentlemen, if I've ever seen it. Wow. Thank you for the rapid replay right there. And now, we're all evened up again, ladies and gentlemen. It is 14-14 with 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Wow. Unbelievable sequence of events, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Woo! Wow, man. And I mean, it's really funny when you consider their last matchup. It was a very similar, a thriller. It was a thriller that ended at about 12:30 at night, folks. And that came down to the wire, and this one has me believing the same narrative for the most part. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. For a second, I thought the Cavaliers even the score, but as a matter of fact, they missed the point after attempt. So right now, it is a 13-14 lead for Miami High and not a tie game. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in on HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus network. The kick is up, and that's the live ball, bobbled catch right there. Big hit right there by Coral Gables. But Miami High still kept possession right there. First down and 10 for the Stingarees. Let's see what Ryan Jenkins and the offense can do. Last time we saw the offense, they were feeding, and he was feasting. And I'm talking about Carlos Pavone, number 0, the junior running back for the Stingarees. He had himself a game in just that one drive alone. I mean, wow. That was really good play calling there by head coach Dorian James of Miami High that last drive. Let's see what he can dial up now in this drive here with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. I'd imagine they run with maybe not Pavone, but other running backs, but I do see Pavone in the backfield, and that's exactly where they go. And Pavone found a gap, and he's dragged at about the 36-yard line. Carlos Pavone with a first down and another mean run for Miami High. The misty showers are still coming on here at Curtis Park. Umbrellas are still out, but guess what? The band is still out. They're jamming out. The cheerleaders are still out, and they're still cheering on. So that means we're out here at Curtis Park live on HBCU Plus and 305 Plus network. It's going to be first down for Miami High. Hand the ball off to Carlos Pavone, why not? And that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards or so, maybe even more. Make that about 5 or 6 yards for Carlos Pavone. Oh my goodness. And big credit to the offensive line of Miami High, because you know they're working their tails off blocking those big guys up front for Coral Gables, certainly. If you're just joining us, we have 7 minutes on the dot and counting remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 13-14 ball game in favor of Miami High Stingarees. One receiver to the left, jumbo package on the right. Fumbled snap. Oh, the fumble is a flag on the play, and Coral Gables comes up with the football, and it's a touchdown for Coral Gables. Bobbled snap there by Jenkins, the freshman. And maybe, I've been saying it all night, folks, the weather, the misty rain, maybe it plays a role in the slickness of the football. Let's take a look at the replay. Bobbled snap right there. Tackle was made. I did see a flag temporarily, but it looks like that flag got picked up, and that touchdown counts. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What a game. Wow. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that was number 10, Ruben Quiros, with the touchdown. Roughing the kicker penalty is called on the field. Big shout out to the referees as well, reffing tonight's game at Curtis Park. So we have a roughing the kicker call, so that just makes it an easier kick for Coral Gables. Oh, we have a botched snap and an incomplete pass right there, but we do have a flag on the play. What seemed to be happening there? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because you don't know what you'll miss here at Curtis Park. 6 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The score is 19-14 in favor of the Cavaliers now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
It's homecoming night here at Curtis Park, and although the Cavaliers did score, you can see here the band of Miami High is still jamming out here at Curtis Park. The showers are in and out at this point. Right now they're out. Let's see if that plays a role in the remainder of the game, as we just saw the fumble by Ryan Jenkins led to the fumble recovery touchdown by Ruben Quiros. Ruben Quiros, the junior defensive back for the Cavaliers. He picked up that football and didn't look back. I don't blame him, because that was a golden opportunity right there for the Cavaliers, and they capitalized on that. Bad snap right there for Miami High led to the touchdown, and let's see how Miami High can respond. The kick is up, and it's caught. And that's not very good field position right there. That's going to be at about maybe the 12-yard line or so of Miami High. The momentum is certainly in favor of the Cavaliers up to this point in the fourth quarter with about 6 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here at HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network. Once again, I'm Jamie Nunez, your play-by-play commentator this evening. And boy, oh boy, don't go anywhere because we have a thriller in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We have a thriller yet again here at Curtis Park, and of course, it's a rematch with the Stingarees and the Cavaliers, and of course, you know, that last game was a big-time thriller as well, and now they hand the ball off to, I believe that's going to be number 5 of Miami High. That's going to be Zachariah Smith, the senior. 9 minutes left over at the Mecca. Central has 13, and Norland has 7. So right now, the Miami Central Rockets are looking to be the GMAC champions. Jenkins hands the ball off right there. That's going to be to who else than Carlos Pavone, number 0, the junior running back, who did rush for a touchdown earlier this quarter. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We have ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side of the field. Carlos Pavone in the backfield next to Jenkins. Handoff to Pavone, and that's a nice tackle right there by the defensive line of Coral Gables. And other than the Carlos Pavone saga, for a few drives this second half, as we've seen, this run defense of Coral Gables has done very well for the most part. And as a result, since Carlos Pavone's efficiency, we have yet to see another running back in there in the backfield for Miami High. And speaking of Carlos Pavone, he drops the pass right there. That was money. He would have gone at least 15 yards right there. Certainly gotten the first down and then some. It's going to be second down right now for Miami High. Let's see what head coach Dorian James decides to draw up here for the Stingarees. Jumbo set to the left, 3 receivers out there. 1 receiver to the right. Carlos Pavone is in the backfield with Jenkins. Jenkins looks left, looks right. He's scrambling right. Pass is going to be complete to number 33. That's going to be Darius Bogan, the freshman wide receiver. Looks like we have a number 7, an injured Stingaree is going to be Darian Cordero, the freshman, brother to Udonis Cordero. We have an injured Stingaree, unfortunately, on the field. We'll take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Want to go somewhere amazing? Nice, right? But we're not there yet. Not this either. Still not it. Finding the next stepping place isn't the point. In a Nissan Pathfinder, search is the adventure.
Welcome back here to Curtis Park. Unfortunately, the injured Stingaree is still down on the field, so we'll take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
When they get inside and find out this place doesn't serve food, they're gonna wish they had done this.
Facts.
Get one favorite like a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese and get another for just $1 right now at McDonald's.
Find your path and bring the fun with you.
Something amazing is happening here. Inventory is practically moving itself, quickly and securely. Classrooms are getting more immersive. Data is powering insights and imagination. CDW partners with you to get the most from your technology. We work with you to plan it, build it at scale, and manage it, so you can do amazing things. Make amazing.
And we're back at Curtis Park. That's going to be either a sack, potentially a loss of yards right there for Miami High. That's going to be Ryan Jenkins right there, quarterback that got tackled for Miami High. That's going to bring 4th down and the punting unit out for the Stingarees. Tough break for Miami High right there, but great defense from Coral Gables. 4th down and 8 for Miami High. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here at Curtis Park with 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus. I'm your commentator, Jamie Nunez. And we have 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter here at Curtis Park. Delay of game on the offense. Ryan Jenkins, a freshman quarterback, not aware of how much time is on the play clock right there for the Stingarees. And the punt is nearly blocked by the Cavaliers. That's going to take a Cavaliers bounce towards the midfield, caught at about the 40-yard line by Miami High. And now DeAndre Piquet and Zion Cherry make their way on the field with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. You would imagine that head coach Frank Welsh is going to run the ball often, if not to Lazaro Mora, then to Zion Cherry. More likely than not, maybe we'll be looking at some quick screen passes and bubble screens. Head coach Dorian James, as you can see, of the Stingarees, does not look happy at the moment after punting away that football. Maybe if it wasn't 4th and 8, maybe if it was 4th and 1, maybe even 4th and 3, a little bit more manageable, perhaps they would have gone for it. But they did have to punt away the football to the Cavaliers. And we do have a timeout right now by Coral Gables. And head coach Frank Welsh decides to call timeout. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Curtis Park, live on HBCU Plus, after a quick word from our sponsors.
The walking tree is said to change its entire location in pursuit of sunlight. Where could reinvention take your business? Accenture. Let there be change.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, honey. What's all this?
I had McDonald's money.
Oh.
Get one favorite like 10-piece chicken McNuggets or Quarter Pounder with cheese and get another for just $1 right now at McDonald's.
And we're back live at Curtis Park. Low snap, but PK still hands it off. That's going to be to Zion Cherry, of course. And now the clock is still going. We've reached 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So now it's almost time to panic if you're head coach Dorian James and the Miami High Stingarees. As I mentioned earlier, folks, this is a rematch from several weeks back in which the Miami High Stingarees actually came out on top. It came down to the wire, like quite literally the last play, folks. But this one right now is starting to look a little bit more, you know, comfortable, if you will, for the winning team. 14-19 is the score at the moment. And we do have flags on the play, unfortunately. Let's see what those are on. We'll actually take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick word from our sponsors.
Where could reinvention take your business? Accenture, let there be change.
And we're back live at Curtis Park. Shotgun formation for the Cavaliers and DeAndre Piquet. It's a quarterback keep. And he gets tackled for about maybe a loss of yard, maybe just about at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the ball game. That's going to be another timeout by the Stingarees and head coach Dorian James. He's trying to force a stop here, force the Cavaliers to punt away the football with just about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Very smart coaching tactic right there by head coach Dorian James and the Miami Stingarees coaching staff. If you are just joining us here on HBCU Plus and 305 Plus Network, thank you so much. I'm your commentator, Jamie Nunez. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here at Curtis Park. This is a matchup, a rematch, if you will, between the Coral Gables Cavaliers and the Miami High Stingarees. The first game, Miami High came out on top, but that went down to the last play, down to the wire. This one is coming down almost to the wire for the most part, but it is more comfortable for the victor, if you will. 14-19 is the score right now. One possession game, but last time it was like a one possession game. So, you know, little bit of wiggle room, breathing room, if you will, if you're the team ahead right now in Coral Gables. But they still have to run the clock, run the ball, get first downs, and right now it's 3rd down and 10. So not ideal if you're head coach Frank Welsh and Coral Gables. But let's see what DeAndre Piquet and Zion Cherry can do, because we've seen some crazy stuff happen this game. Hands the ball off to Cherry, and that's actually going to be a loss of yards. And those timeouts end up paying off for head coach Dorian James, because that's going to be 4th down, and the punting unit is going to come out for Coral Gables, and now Miami High is going to have a chance with under 2 minutes left to score a touchdown, because a field goal is not going to get the job done. If they score a field goal, they'll still be down 2 points. So they need a touchdown. They need 6 points, or that's the ball game. Definitely look for some no-huddle, 2-minute drill work. As you can see, although they're losing by 5, the cheerleaders are still cheering on, dancing, and having a great time on homecoming night. And that is a fantastic punt. That takes a Coral Gables Cavaliers punt all the way to the 10-yard line. Wow, what a punt by the punter. That was phenomenal. That was one of the best punts I've seen, I think, all season on 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus. Wow. That bounced all the way to the 10-yard line. Wow. That puts Miami High in a real jam. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. (14-19) is the score here at Curtis Park. The cheerleaders are still dancing in the circle, cheering on their squad. Although they are down 19-14, they have spirit, they have faith that they can get the job done right now. 1st and 10 for Miami High with 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Head coach Dorian James of Miami High is not too thrilled at the moment with how the score is looking, how his team is looking thus far. 4th quarter magic time. Down the middle. Pass complete by Jenkins. That was Jermaine Berry with the reception. That's going to be a 1st down for Miami High, and they gotta get this going. Less than a minute left, 55 seconds left and counting. Bobbled snap, and that's a sack by Coral Gables. That's a sack by number 75, Andy Sosa. And I spoke with head coach Frank Welch of Coral Gables just before kickoff, and he told me to look out for Andy Sosa. Andy Sosa is actually an offensive lineman as well as a defensive lineman. As we can see here on the replay, ladies and gentlemen, right here, Andy Sosa actually scratched the replay. We're live at action. That's a deep ball right there by Jenkins, and that's a catch. That's a catch right there by Jermaine Berry. Who else? Berry caught the only touchdown so far for the Stingarees. That was a catch. Pavone ran in the other one. But what a catch right there by Jermaine Berry. And they spiked the football with 8 seconds left. It's Hail Mary time, folks, over here at Curtis Park. As you can see here on the replay, a deep shot right there caught by Jermaine Berry. Great pass right there by Jenkins, the freshman quarterback, throwing it to the junior wide receiver. Didn't even have time to cut to the replay right there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We do have maybe 1 or 2 last shots here in the end zone if Jenkins can reach that far. That's going to be a sack for Coral Gables in the end of the football game, ladies and gentlemen. What a sack right there. Andy Sosa is doing the Cam Ward celly as he shakes the coach's hand of Miami High. Great sportsmanship between the two programs, as always, as they did the first time around. So far, ladies and gentlemen, that's your ball game. 14-19 is the final score. The Coral Gables Cavaliers get revenge. They win the rematch against the Miami High Stingarees at Curtis Park in a rematch, a wet rematch, because it's very wet still. The rain is coming down now. It's not mist anymore. It looks like some thick raindrops at the moment. And the teams are lining up to shake each other's hands, shake hands with the coaches and whatnot. And that's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us and myself, 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus. I'm Jamie Nunez. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us, and we hope to see you next time.
That's what it's all about. You play strong, you play hard, but most importantly, you play fair. To the fans, once again, we thank you for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoyed yourselves.